What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Now, we remember last episode we beat the Perth Glory 4-0 in our final game. That did shoot us up to first place. However, Sydney, Newcastle and Melbourne have all played those games in hand that they have. We have dropped down to 4th, but we are still inside the top 6. That is the main place that we want to stay. 5 games in, 9 points. Not the worst return in the world. Only 6 points dropped. So hopefully we can go and carry on. We're going to go and try and get some players up because, you know, that is the aim of the game. We really want to go and try and increase some of these guys' abilities, and that is going to obviously help us in the league as well. Last time around we did also change our defending around. We brought in Regan Paul, who I believe we've signed. I think he may potentially be from Man United. I think we put him and Anton on. Banyak still on the bench, but he is our best rated centre-back. And Sigmund and Durante having to do with a place on the bench just after, you know, a pretty poor first couple of games for the lads. But they are back. They will be here. They're still in the squad. It's great to have them there. And obviously they are in the side, you know, for their experience. They've played a lot. They won't be around for too much longer. Adam Armstrong, what an absolute stunning training session for him. We will definitely go and take that. But now we've got a game against Western Sydney, who currently, well, they're outside the top 7, so we should hopefully be able to go and pick up the win. Fingers crossed we can. I'll just quickly check the formation that we are running. Standard formation. Standard players, Sarpong, Armstrong and Krishna. We have gone back, I guess, probably more to that 4-3-3 with that out-and-out striker. And Armstrong, carrying on where he left off last game, I think he banged in a hat-trick in that 4-0 victory against the Perth Glory. And it's so strange that we seem to play a whole lot better away from home than we do at home. But it doesn't matter. We'll take 3 points on the road all day long. All day long. It's going to be good. Hopefully Sol can go and grab us some goals as well. Rodriguez getting one. That takes it out to 2-0, and that should wrap things up. It's looking though we are going to keep another clean sheet, so that's promising because at the start of the season we were conceding a lot of goals, and that is really not what we wanted. As we can see again, up to first, but Sydney, Newcastle, Melbourne, and even Melbourne City still have a game in hand. So they can potentially go and get back up if needed. We're going to go and pretty much roll with the same training schedule that we had last time around. And hopefully that's going to go and pay dividends for us going forward. No, not today. Fenton gets up. He gets a good boost. Halfway to 69 overall now, so we'll definitely go and take that. Armstrong's broken into the 70s as well. And as you can see, now sitting in 3rd. We've got a game against City, who again, I'm not quite sure where they are in the league, down in 6th, but a win here today would see us draw level with Sydney FC on top, obviously depending on goal difference. It is at home, so that does concern me a little bit because we haven't been playing very well, but City haven't had the best run of results. No win in their last 3, so hopefully we can go and make that count. Thomas Sorensen in net though, a very, very good goalkeeper, and I think Navolo and Fernali, who's just scored there, as I say his name, they've been very dominant in the A-League, you know, for City this season. And obviously City and Victory played in the Melbourne Derby on the weekend. Armstrong scores another one. It's from a penalty. It doesn't matter. It does matter because Fernali gets one. He's got 2. And again, that home form just doesn't seem to be here with the Knicks. It's another loss at home, and that has dropped us back down to 4th. I don't quite understand how we are so bad at home but so good away from home. Obviously we had that 4-0 win against the Perth Glory, but still, how are we so bad at home? You know, that is where we should be getting most of our results. I think someone said, like once upon a time, I think it was when we were following the Premier League, basically your form at home, what did they say? I think your form at home depended on whether you stayed in the league or got relegated, shall we say, and your away form determined where you finished in the table. So that there hasn't been great for us. Sydney have won last 2, so this again is going to be another good game. Hopefully we can get something going because, yeah, it's very strange. Obviously we have been very good in the defensive 3rd. Armstrong is just continuing to bang them in. Bonavacia gets one as well, and Fatty gets a red card in the first half, so that should basically secure it for us. 3-0. I don't know what it is. For some reason, we seem to play real well. Banyak's come on for Sarpong as well. Armstrong's got a hat-trick. I just don't understand how it happens. We don't get the clean sheet though. Sydney pull one back from a penalty late on. But a hat-trick for Armstrong. He is just absolutely ripping it up in the league so far this season. We move to top probably on goal differential as well. Adelaide can still catch us potentially, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. They don't catch us because, I mean, we want to be top, obviously heading into Christmas as well. We'll probably have time for, I'd say, 2 more games, and then I think next episode we are going to be back in, probably with the transfer window along with some games as well, because very, very close to January. We are in the start of December here. Actually, before we do this game with a victory, we do just need to quickly go and check, because I think there were a few people. My role at the club. Boss, when I signed my contract, you made certain promises to me with my role here. To be honest, I wanted to loan you out, Rufa, but that wasn't quite the case. And there was a contract, I think it was from Italiano, who wanted wages discussed. Okay, so you want more money. Just put another year on there, because Glenn Moss is getting on now. Where is Glenn Moss? Where is he? Glenn Moss. Man, we've got some serious contracts. We've got some stuff to do. Sarpong I may potentially let go, just like the Phoenix did let him go in real life. I think he didn't score in about 7 games or something, so they just released him from his early contract. Anton, a yellow card in the first minute? What are you doing? That's just stupid. I don't understand how you get a yellow card in the first minute. So the victory, this is going to be a very hard game, but obviously playing away from home, and that there isn't going to help. Tommy Doyle picking up that red card in the first half. 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes he gets that. And the victory have made us pay for that. Harold going and picking up a goal. And Bonavacia actually goes and grabs one back at the death. So we pick up the draw. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to go down 1-0 after we did go down to 10 men. And that is something that we are obviously going to have to change. Tommy Doyle is obviously out now for a few games. So we'll bring in Manny Muscat. And we'll bring Tom Doyle on to the bench. Bring on Riera, because he's obviously another defensive player that we can bring on. And, yeah, no need for a sub-goalkeeper. Worst comes worst, we can just do what Harry Kane did for Spurs and just put someone in net. I don't know. Maybe Riera. He kind of looks like a goalkeeper with the shaggy hair. Right, so risk of losing 5 players. This is what I was talking about, obviously, the contract's expiring soon. I'm not going to do that here. I'll do that, obviously, off recording. We've got 1 game left to go. We've got some training sessions as well, so we'll quickly load up them and keep them going. We'll do this last game. That'll take us through 10 games in the season. And Armstrong is just absolutely smashing it at the moment. What a signing he was. Obviously, he picked him up last season, but he has really just excelled. Something wicked. Italiano accepts the contract exception, so I'm happy with that. And just scouting updates, so that's alright. Won't worry too much about that. But Central Coast currently sitting in 2nd. So it would be nice, obviously, going into Christmas to be finished. Well, I mean, if we win this, potentially we could go first, depending on other results. But against Central Coast, going to be a tough game. Obviously, no Tom Doyle today. He is standing down due to suspension. Rodriguez scores a goal as well. It's quite strange. He seems to be a guy who is he hangs back and probably plays more as a defensive midfielder, but he has picked up a couple of goals in this episode. I'm not complaining. It is definitely a good thing to see happen. And Armstrong obviously carrying on his form as well. I can't remember how many goals he's scored. He's got another one, so he's just absolutely ripping it up. And what a game, a 3-0 victory against Central Coast. So heading into Christmas, as things stand, we do actually go into Christmas on top. Melbourne City, they can't catch us, and we've got a game against the Jets, who are in 7th, just before the New Year's. But I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. Adam Armstrong, 12 goals in 10 games. What an absolute freak. If he can continue doing that, he is going to probably have 25-30 goals in this season, and that should hopefully be enough to go and take us to the title. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter. Links that can be found down below in the description. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We've got some more Don Bradman. I'm just trying to think. Just my career on that one. I was trying to think what Don Bradman series was on Wednesday. But yeah, Don Bradman, my career. Make sure you do not miss that.